Welcome back, dear listeners. Tonight, we continue the enigmatic adventures of Jack in a story that will make you question what is real and what is a mere illusion. Join me as we dive into The Vanishing Girl, Jack's mysterious encounter. Jack had always been a curious and brave boy. After the strange experience with the vanishing golden retriever, his curiosity about this supernatural only grew stronger. One misty morning, as Jack explored the outskirts of his town, he came across an old, overgrown garden behind a once grand, but now abandoned mansion. The garden was filled with roses, their petals heavy with dew, and the air was thick with the scent of flowers. As Jack wandered through the garden, he noticed a girl about his age, sitting on a stone bench beneath a large oak tree. She was dressed in a simple white dress, her hair cascading in soft curls around her shoulders. She seemed lost in thought, staring at a single red rose in her hands. Intrigued, Jack approached her. The girl looked up and smiled, a smile that seemed both warm and sad. Jack introduced himself and learned that her name was Lolly. She spoke with a soft, melodic voice, telling Jack that she often came to the garden to find peace. They spent hours talking, sharing stories about their lives and dreams. Jack felt an instant connection with Lily, as if they had known each other forever. Days turned into weeks, and Jack found himself returning to the garden every day to meet Lily. They played games, shared secrets, and laughed together. But there was always something mysterious about Lily. She never spoke about her family or where she lived, and she always left just before the sun set. One evening, determined to unravel the mystery, Jack decided to follow Lily as she left the garden. Keeping a safe distance, he trailed her through the winding streets of the town. As the fog thickened, Jack struggled to keep up, but he could see Lily's white dress glowing faintly in the mist. Suddenly, Lily stopped in front of an old abandoned house at the end of a narrow lane. Jack watched in astonishment as she walked through the gate and disappeared into the house without opening the door. His heart raced as he cautiously approached the house. The front door creaked open, and Jack stepped inside. The interior of the house was dark and cold, with furniture covered in dust and cobwebs. Jack called out for Lily, but there was no response, only the eerie silence. As he explored the house, he found a dusty old photo album on a table. Flipping through the pages, Jack's heart skipped a beat when he saw a photograph of Lily. She was standing with a family in front of the very house he was in. The photograph was dated over 100 years ago. Confused and scared, Jack suddenly heard a soft whisper behind him. He turned to see Lily standing there, her eyes filled with sorrow. She told him the truth. She was a spirit trapped in the house, unable to move on because of a tragedy that had befallen her family long ago. The garden was her only escape, a place where she could find solace and pretend to be a normal girl again. Jack, with tears in his eyes, promised Lily he would help her. He spent days researching the history of the house and discovered that Lily's family had perished in a fire. The spirits of her parents were trapped too, unable to find peace. Jack decided to perform a ritual to help them move on, hoping to free Lily and her family from their ghostly existence. One misty evening, Jack returned to the house with everything he needed for the ritual. As he began, the air grew colder, and the house seemed to come alive with whispers and shadows. Jack completed the ritual, and a brilliant light filled the room. He saw Lily and her family, their faces peaceful and smiling, before they slowly faded away, finally free. With a heavy heart but a sense of accomplishment, Jack left the house, knowing he had helped his friend find peace. As he walked away, he felt a gentle breeze and heard Lily's voice one last time, thanking him for his friendship and bravery. And so, the story ends, or does it? What do you think happened to Lily after she was freed? Will Jack encounter more mysteries in his adventures? If you want to hear more tales of the extraordinary, don't forget to like and subscribe. And tell us in the comments, what do you think Jack will discover next?